What's up, guys? I don't know who's watching and where you're watching, but there is no freaking plan for right now. Doing a little digging. Little pre-show prep. We'll call it that. GM to you, though. Jesus. Okay, kind of mid-market, but actually, we're up. Not bad. Ha, not good. Yikes. Yeah, rough month. Holy cow. I don't think we've ever seen a down January before. In fact, I'm sure about that. Okay. Anyway, let's see what's going on here in NFTs. Bitcoin rocking. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if we call that rocking, but Bitcoining. Ordinal's volume is actually higher than this. I gotta check, but I don't think Node Monkeys are in here at all. And Node Monkeys should be the top collection over on Bitcoin. Should be still. Yeah, sure is. Let's see. Just curious. Oh, actually, RSIC. Holy cow. 0.08 Bitcoin. Jesus. Node Monkeys. 0.18 Bitcoin. So 12 Bitcoin in the past 24 hours is what? Like, is that half a mil? Don't laugh, but I'm pulling up a calculator here. Okay. 0.18 No. We're doing 12.33 times. What's Bitcoin, like 43? Yeah, half a mil. Node monkeys are actually a top 10 collection. Holy cow. Right now, they're pulled out of the ordinals collection here. We would just splitting them out. We want to give them their own collection here. And when we do that, ordinals would stay right there because right now those numbers aren't counted in there. And node monkeys would be at number 9 here. That's super impressive. Hey, Draco, what's good, man? No space. I don't think so. I'm literally just doing some research for tomorrow morning's show. Henry's not going to be joining. So I was doing it, prepping in case I'm solo. But not a space, I don't think. Hey, what up, man? You guys are welcome to come shoot the shit. I'm literally just digging for stories. Dude, people think I'm kidding when I say it's like 24/7. Like it is, and it has been for years. I'll tell you what, the one piece of my game that's missing, and dude, honestly, this applies to you too. Like, you're never going to get to that pinnacle without Twitter threads. Like, you got to make friggin' written content. Yeah, Draco, I'll DM you here. Without written content, like, not enough people see it. Like, you get a good audience, so you do, and I think you're tapped into something really special over on Say. So I think what I'm saying applies to you a little less there because you got, like, a new audience that's, like, super hungry. But my shit, it doesn't matter how much I grind. If I don't do Twitter content, it's not going to grow. Or, I mean, I shouldn't say that. It is starting to pick up. Okay, Draco, DM coming. And Q, if you want to come up and just shoot the shit, you're welcome to. But yeah, guys, I'm prepping in a way. Not just for tomorrow, but Q, you know this. I got to kick off a live show. I got to get that rocking next week. So I got to think of the format. I just don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be a longer version of my morning show. Like, I don't want it to just be like cover the index, cover the market, hit the news. Like, I mean, maybe that's fine. And if the goal is to get sponsorships, then that probably is what it needs to be. But I don't know. Just want to do something different too, you know? All right, Draco, DM'd you. What is this PXN? Is that like pancake? What the hell is this? We go to OpenSea. Hey, Draco. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too, man. How you doing?
Good. Good.
Yeah, I actually just wrapped up work.
Oh, good shit. You driving home or you home?
No, I'm home.
Good.
I had some stuff I need to handle, and I saw that you were on. I was like, fuck it.
That's the spirit. Fuck it. Yeah, that's cool. Dude, what are these? I don't know if you see my screen at all, but I don't know what this is. I saw it this morning and I didn't think to look into it any further, but it stayed like a top 10 collection.
No idea.
It's weird the stuff that pops up. Dude, especially when you just like just crawling the blockchain, right? We just pick up whatever happens on chain, and like people would kind of be surprised the shit that pops up, especially the wash traded stuff that we don't even show on the site. Like, we pull it off, but like there's some wild stuff people do out there. Okay, this. Here it is.
You almost have to keep it up 24/7.
Yeah. What is this, man? The disruptors of Web3.
I feel like a lot of shit is botted.
Oh my god, yeah. Dude, nothing beats the Chinese vases that are traded on Polygon. Those are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Q, you're an early to bed kind of guy. That's cool.
See, I used to be an early riser for a couple of years, and then I burnt out. You probably don't sleep, Huda, do you?
So for like the first year or two, probably the first 2 years I was doing this, I probably 4 hours a night. And it does take a physical toll, like you probably know. Like, you've probably gone stretches of that. But yeah, dude, I got to the point where I couldn't do it. Like, I was like just physically achy, and I got to the point where I couldn't see straight. Like I just literally couldn't keep it up. So I'm like, okay, I made a point then to start getting 8 hours, and now I do like 6. I go to bed usually. I try to get to bed before 10. It usually doesn't happen. Like I got 3 kids, but I try, and then I'm up at 4. So 6 hours, sometimes less.
Yeah, dude, the content creation life is hard.
And that's the thing, dude. And I'm barely doing it. Like I think what I'm doing is a fraction of what it needs to be, and I'm just mentally prepping right now for what I know it's gonna be. And like when I kick off that daily show, it's gonna be 24/7, like nothing but this. Like, okay, I got that morning thing, the Saturday live thing, which is actually easier than the morning thing, and that's kind of why I want to transition at some point that morning 5-minute video to like a live 10-minute segment. But like, yeah, there's gonna be an art show once a week. There's gonna be like an NFT analyst show once a week. Yeah, so then the morning show, and then a daily show. It's gonna be like literally like two shows a day at least, and then a few weekly shows sprinkled in. I'm looking forward to it. It's super fun. And then I'm like trying to learn how to like I'm chopping up and making shorts, and then the stuff that like the behind the scenes stuff, I'm gonna try to like market this stuff well on like Facebook and Instagram, and like really push it out there, right? Like I feel like it's like one of those things you get one shot, so I'm just gonna push as hard as I can, like on all fronts.
I also think too, with the multiple spaces, you can just take a lot of content from there and build.
Yeah.
In the streams.
Yeah, a lot of it's just repurposed, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you see like a lot of content that's popular, like those short, easy, delectable type of content. But like if you have like 60 minutes, you know how you do that 5-minute breakdown, but you say you have like 55 minutes that you edit out. That could be some good content to use throughout the day if you do little snippets, and you can just do like a story within a story. Let's say like, I don't know, No Monkeys does something dope, and you do like a rant that's 10 minutes. You could probably take a snippet of that and then just like add it towards the daily dose. So like you do like your kickoff, it's the 5-minute, and then you have maybe a drip campaign where like the key top 5 stories, you do a deeper dive, and you can almost tweak that throughout the day.
So that's a really good idea. I almost played with that the other day, where I did like a 10-minute video and then I cut it down to 5, but I kept both versions. But here's the problem. Did you see my little blooper video like 2 days ago?
Not too sure.
Okay, I'm gonna play it because it's just super. It's like super cringy and embarrassing. But when you see it, I'm gonna like when I say I record 50 minutes, it's mostly me just being a fucking goofball and like fucking up because I don't have a script or anything. I just do it live and I just say what comes to me. I don't know if you see this, but here is what most of that 50 minutes is. That's our narrative. Check. Oopsie. Oopsie. That's our narrative. Oopsie. Now that's our narrative. Oopsie. Fucking idiot, man. Oopsie.
Wait, you don't write any of your stuff?
No. 24 hours. Oopsie.
Wow. Freestyling off the dome.
Yeah, right? Like, it's okay. So when I used to actually do interviews on the news, I scripted that out, right? And I would do it like a day or two ahead. I'd get the questions ahead. I would script it. I would kind of practice it, and I hated that. Like, because I see people out there that are naturals. Like, it just seems like you can ask them anything and they can answer. So I'm like, when I do stuff, I'm only going to do it that way so I can try to get good at that. It's like such a head game. Like when I'm in the zone and not giving a shit and stuff, I can off the top with no script. It's so darn easy. And then either way, again, there's never a script. It's just sometimes it's like I'll start talking and then I'll lose it. And then I just got to start the line over that I was going to say. And but it's all in my head.
Damn, I always thought you had like a bullet point.
Not even that.
Dude, that's fucking mad.
Yeah, I pull up the tabs. Like all I have is what you see here. I have all the tabs lined up. And so because I research an hour ahead of time and usually like the night before, like I get an idea and like I mean like it's like anybody who does NFTs that the storylines in NFTs. It's like I know what's going on. I know like most of it, so I just catch up on the latest updates, and I've got all the historical stuff in mind, and then I just like I see it and I just give my quick thoughts on it.
Interesting. I'm just thinking from an efficiency standpoint. Like, I don't know how long it takes you to put this stuff together. Like you have mentioned, a couple hours.
Yeah. I'd have to play with it, like see if writing a script out cuts down the recording time. Like, okay, there's no way to cut down the editing time unless my recordings are shorter. And there's times like when I'm really in the zone, I can record that segment in 20 minutes. And those take me 30 minutes, 45 to chop up. Like that's like sweet spot. That's perfect. But again, if I just sit down and I like I'm stuck, and it's not like I'm at a loss for what to say. It's like I try saying it and I like I'm an idiot. I just like stumble over my words and I got to redo it and redo it and redo it. So that's where like having it written out would probably help. But
when I say written out, I'm saying like a topic and then 3 to 4 points that you plan on delivering that you just look at that keeps you on pace. And it's not like a script, more so like a guardrail.
Yeah. I wonder if that'll help, because like even when I fuck it up, I still have the point in my head. It's just like maybe it's because it's so early, but it's just like the words just don't come out sometimes. Or again, it's just like I don't know. That like that little blooper thing is kind of a perfect example. Like out of the like 10 times I might do it, they were probably all fine. It's like it's a head game where I'm like, no, I got to do it a little better. I got to get that line a little better. It's really stupid. But
no,
yeah,
that
if
makes
I do
sense.
it live, it might just be fine too. We'll see. Matthew, good to see you, man. By the way, why cut down the time of the vid? Like the 5 minutes or so? Is that like that vid? Oh, you know what? Like if you caught that midway through, cutting down the amount of time it takes me to record them. Like when I record those 5 minute videos, it can range from me talking into my camera for like 20 minutes, which is perfect. And then sometimes I just ramble and have too many like redos of certain parts where I end up recording for 50 minutes. And when I do 50 minutes, it takes me probably 2 hours to edit it down. So that's what I'm trying to cut down on. Yeah. No, 5 minutes is cool. Like debating making them 10 minutes just because like I do like talking more about the stuff, like a little more commentary, but I also know that like the founder Crypto Slam, like he was like my target audience for it. Like a guy who's too busy to keep up on anything in NFTs. But 5 minutes he can watch, like 10 minutes starting to push it, but 5 minutes he can watch. And so I'm thinking of like doctors and like business professionals out there, like they can watch 5 minutes. So that was always the like the number I was shooting for. But I don't know that 10 minutes is like a deal breaker for them too. And if not, that's when I would be like, okay, let me just do it live, like no editing, just get on and do the report just like I do in the 5 minute video, just a little longer. I think that would work. I don't know. Maybe there's a week I'm going to try it, like 5 days for that week, and just do it live each day. I did it once on the Crypto Slam account. I don't think I even went back to look at the views, which again, dumb. But hey, did you claim your diamonds?
I haven't yet.
No. Did you trade on Solana? Like, were you there? Were you trading there the past few years?
Yeah, not heavy. I'm not a heavy trader. I'm more of like a crypto head than NFT. So I was in crypto first. So I'm a firm believer of packing my spot bags. But I got into NFTs towards the end of 2021. And a lot of my trading was on ETH and a little bit of Solana.
Oh, you'll definitely have something to claim.
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man.
I like what they're doing. Like, I think they even said what you use the rewards for, but I'm assuming it's like for the perks they mentioned on their tweet. So I bet it's like you get a whitelist for like 1,000. Dude, very much like Kongs, I think. You know what I mean? I think there's stuff you can redeem like in Kongsmart. So like, you know, buying banana or buying like a whitelist for banana or something like that. I have a feeling you're going to do that for their diamonds.
I hope they do that for their token.
Like swap your diamonds for their token, or use their token to buy whitelists and
stuff?
stuff?
Well, the diamonds are essentially probably going to be tokens, right? If I'm thinking of a sync, because a lot of people talk about and getting tokens, because I heard Magic Eating's didn't drop a token.
Yeah, they're doing two. Like they got diamonds and they have the NFT token.
So like, don't you think a good sync or utility for a token would be to purchase raffles to get a whitelist or something.
Points. Good God. GIF or Q. Yeah, I do. But I wonder if that gets them in like some legal gray area, which is why I'm wondering if that's why they did diamonds, so they split it off. But then it's like, then what is the coin for? Then what, like their actual token that's got the ticker NFT? Like, yeah, like it would be cool if you use that to buy the whitelist and perks and whatever. But then again, what's the point of diamonds? I think they're gonna go all that shit that we want with diamonds, like the off-chain token, kind of like the Moonbird's Talon. I think it's gonna be like that. I think they'll have their own market for diamond stuff, and then dude, maybe the NFT token is like you can actually use to buy NFTs. So that's like not like their stable coin, but like their platform token. You can buy all this shit with Bitcoin or Solana or whatever, but you could also buy it with the NFT token.
Maybe.
Yeah, dude, they're getting really, really interesting. I like everything they're doing, so looking forward to seeing just for more details.
I had beef with Magic Eating for a bit. Remember the whole reduced meta, or sorry, royalties.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah,
they were strong
behind
behind,
didn't they?
Yeah, them and D-Gods. I never got that.
D-Gods have to do with it.
Well, they were one of the first collections to turn off royalties.
Oh shit!
And so during that time, they were like running Solana, so it kind of like choked out some of these other NFTs.
Okay.
So it was a huge thing. But yeah, no, I'm cool with Magic Eating. I'm glad that they're trying to do something different. They have to.
Dude, they got it. They're literally strangling OpenSea right now. I love that. I love that OpenSea put out their numbers. 100,000 wallets in 3 weeks. They're like, hooray! And then Magic Eden's got 42,000 wallet downloads in like a day and a half.
I don't know what's going on over in OpenSea.
I don't think they give a shit. Do you? Like, I think they don't care.
They've made their money.
Yeah. They're like, dude, what's the incentive? Like, they reached the mountaintop. They made their money. Like, they do not seem hungry to be anything more. Like, they seem happy to be like Rarible level.
Yeah, if I was them, if I was running OpenSea, I would try to sell it. Make more money.
Yep. That'd be smart. I hope they do. Like, I'd like to see somebody passionate, like very like I'd like to see somebody just like Pac-Man, like somebody like that innovating, like actual innovation. And man, they haven't. Maybe they never have actually. Maybe that's just not them. Dude, we gotta do something about Dokyo. Like, we might need to get in Dokyo.
Talking about that AVAX collection?
Yeah. Like, we talked about
in the top 10 again?
Dude, it's been like top 5 for like months now. Like, every day. They're number 2 right now. Like, they're not out of reach. They're like $1,600, so they're not cheap, but they're not like insane. But they look good, and it's the only PFP there, but they're like, that community's rabid.
Have you dug in their Discord?
I'm in there. I don't have any.
It'd be a good idea. You should start at some of your shows interviewing some of these projects.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or bring them to chat with us.
Agree. Well, okay. Here's the couple ideas. So, have interviews planned. Was supposed to do not Dokyo. Zokyo was supposed to interview their founder like 2 weeks ago. Hang on, real quick. Matthew. Dude, you've only been in 6 months. Interesting. No, dude, honestly, I like OpenSea. Like, me even bashing them is like, it's pretty. I don't buy on Blur hardly ever. I think I have like 3 times. And Magic Eden, I've bought like Solana NFTs over there recently, but I almost exclusively buy on OpenSea. I do like them, just kind of like making points about where they're at now. Like, I wish they were more innovative now. I wish they were like a little more degen-y,
Wait, did you really buy Solana NFTs on OpenSea?
No. I might have said it wrong. No, the only thing I've used, the only thing I've not used OpenSea for is Solana NFTs.
Okay.
So, buying those on Magic Eden for sure. They have it integrated, don't they, on OpenSea? They have Solana? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Matthew, I didn't realize Yeah, I didn't realize you were so new. I think I'd seen your comments coming up on my videos or thumbs up or something here and there, but it's interesting. I guess I didn't. I guess I forget new people are still trickling into NFTs. Like most of us here, like when we talk about NFTs, we're like, we've got nobody new in this space in like a year and a half. So that's kind of interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that with all these protocols coming out. It's just like, who the fuck is going to use all these?
Yeah, yeah. Hey man, I mean building the foundation, like they'll be here eventually. What were we just talking about before? Shit.
Your content strategy.
Oh, okay. You know Zokio?
Spaces. Yeah.
Okay, so had an interview lined up with them. The guy, not really his fault, but he no showed. I think there's just like a miscommunication. Like booked it on his calendar. We were good to go. We'd been chatting in like a group chat. He never had talked in there though, right? Like their CM was in there, and I think the CM kept the schedule and kept him updated. Anyway, the night of the interview, it doesn't show. No replies in the group chat. And then I catch him like the next day or the day after. And it turns out he was looking for Twitter spaces because he's not done any interviews before, like on YouTube. So he was on Twitter watching out for the spaces on the CryptoSlam account. Never saw it. He was confused. But anyway, we rescheduled. We're going to do it in the next week or two here. So now like a post-mint catch-up kind of thing. He ended up doing the interview with that Ash dude. Ash Robin. Yeah, it's somewhere here. He did like dude, they did exactly what I planned with him. I've never seen Ash do it before. He did exactly what our plans were. My plan was with Zokio, like a 10-minute sit down, just like a quick hit and all, like TLDR on the whole project. But okay, do you watch what the hell's the shit? Okay, Sunday Conversation.
No.
You ever heard of it? It's super lighthearted. It's 5-minute interviews and they're funny as heck. Like this guy is
with Barstool?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
I would love to. I don't have the personality to do it, but maybe I like to think I could. But like something more like that, something really light and funnier and like just like a little edgier, but not quite that. I can't. That guy's a character. But anyway, like point is like quick 5-minute interview. I think what kept me from doing that with Zokio, that was the plan with them, and then I ended up saying it should be more like 10, 15. You got to edit the shit out of those kind of videos, so I don't think that's doable yet, but maybe that's the goal. Like, that'd be fun, right? Like project founders with like a 5-minute, like kind of fun interview.
Or you ask really good questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's about efficiency. You need good questions.
Yeah, I want stuff that not everybody's asking. So yeah, I think that's kind of key.
Flat out be like, what are you doing with your treasure?
Dude, I would love that. Because honestly, on Spaces and anywhere else, I like listen to interviews. It's all the same. Like it kind of gets boring. So I do want to think of something different. Maybe like harder questions might be cool. So that'd be cool. All right, here's another idea I have, and so far the few people I've told it to, like the feedback is just like, eh. But like sometimes when I get that feedback, I'm like, okay, maybe they're just not seeing what I'm seeing, like the potential, because it does sound like pretty meh at first.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, I want to do like my news show, right? Like my like daily show. But I told you about this. I like where I want to have rotating co-hosts. I think I told you, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. So I want that. I want rotating co-hosts, but I want the co-hosts to sometimes be the project founders and like some of the big influencers out there. Like I want to hear their take, not on their shit. Like they can talk about their project for a few minutes, but I want to hear them review the news with me. Like I want to hear their thoughts on like stuff that's happening in the space right now. So like that to me is like the angle, like it's the idea I'm tossing around, and like when I say it out loud, it sounds really stupid.
Not really.
But I think that's something that isn't out there. You don't hear those guys giving their perspective on the other stuff happening. Like it's super current and relevant, you know?
So no, I think that's a great idea. Because honestly, like I did a couple spaces back in like 2022. I had like a nice run where I did it for like a couple months straight. And that's like how I prefer to give my interviews, where you talk about the market and then you go into their project. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot easier. It's like also good to hear what they have to think about the project or the market.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, people don't do that. People just go straight to AMAs and fucking, I don't know. It's a shit show.
Yeah,
But
that's to me where it gets boring. It's like, just, we've heard about your project 100 times now. There's nothing new anybody's learning, except if you're dropping alpha. And I'm like, I don't care. I want to hear what your thoughts are on everybody else.
well, Huda, you know what you could do? You could talk about the market, get their view on things, and then core fundamental questions that you would ask about their project, like management of treasury funds, or I don't know, like utility that is unique and differentiated, or how they're going to push forward the space. Whatever that you plan on asking about their project, you can kind of leak it into like a conversation about the space, and then you do a probing question about their project or something like that.
Kind of how it ties into them, like somehow work it into them.
Yeah, because you talk about the market and the NFT space as a whole, and I think when you kill two birds with the one stone. Yeah. You're talking about the market, and then you also talk about their project.
Yeah, see, that would be cool. I don't know. There's something about that I like a ton. So like, I was telling a guy at Crypto Slam that idea today. He's like, yeah, you got to start somewhere. Just, just keep at it, keep coming up with ideas and iterating. I'm like, no, I think that is the idea. Like, I think that was it. I'm like, you fucker.
Well, you already do it with Henry.
Dude, he's my perfect example. That's exactly it. Like, I know people would love to hear his thoughts on stuff, like, for sure. He's the reason I kind of know that would work. So it's like, then I picture if I got Jack Butcher on, and we're not talking his art and stuff, we're talking Leonidas dropping runestones. And then, like, to your point, then you ask him if he's considered stuff like that or how that's similar to stuff he's done. But like, I don't want him to go into that too long. Like, I want to move to the next story and then kind of do the same thing. Like, what does he think about the marketplaces? And then that gets into his thoughts, I'm sure, on royalties and, yeah.
You know, you should hit up. Charles from Nifty. Nifty Island.
Oh, dude, he's cool, right?
Yeah, he's from New England. I'm in his DMs. I chat with him. Yeah, he grew up in Boston, I think.
Oh, no shit.
So I was on a space with him, and I was just like interviewing him, I think on one Chimper space. And so I DM'd him. And so him and I have been chatting about like Nifty Island. Well, I haven't played it yet, but I think he's really cool. He probably would be a good person to have. He's an OG, and they're having great success with his platform. And I think he has a unique perspective of Web3 gaming. And they've been building for like 2 fucking years.
So like, the NFT live show?
Yeah.
So I say we, I'm not a co-host there, but like, those guys had him on as a guest. Well, actually, he wasn't even a scheduled guest. We were talking about it, and he was tuning in and watching. And he came up and chatted with us for like an hour. It was awesome. He's super cool. I would love to get him on and do a show. I'd like to get him on and just like stream with him, like play the game together.
You probably do it.
Dude, I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm trying to get him. Again, Zokio. I want to get Kevin and Bosch, and I'm debating the artists if I have them on the art show and do a very similar thing, because the art show is going to be, again, not interviewing artists. It's just talking about big art sales of the week and like talking about like our favorite pieces of the week. But I want artists on there too to not talk about their art. I want them to talk about the other art. Like, again, I think there's something fun about that. So like Art Jedi, she's in the Idiots Discord, and she said she'd be down to do that, which is cool. And again, Kevin Abosh has been cool. He's been hopping in. I think the space I did kick up the other day, I think you popped in there. But he came and hung out in there for a bit, which was cool.
Which one?
A Spaces. I fired up a Spaces the other day, like an actual Spaces. That Kevin
I think I might have joined.
Okay. That was the one I was testing if I could stream to YouTube and do a space at the same time, which I can. I'm glad.
Why not?
Yeah, dude, I think that's what the show will be actually when it starts, because you know how they split off video on Twitter? Because of that, like you don't get the same eyes. So I think I'm going to be like streaming on or spaces on Twitter, live video on YouTube. And I think that's what the show will be till they make the like Twitter video shows, like it show up with spaces. So like you can watch my mobile and stuff. Anyway, I don't remember
So is the priority YouTube or spaces?
Oh, for the Daily Show. Okay, for me personally, it's YouTube, but for Crypto Slam, it's Spaces. Just because you get like when you maintain 100 average listeners, that's when you can get those people that pay to come on, and they pay a lot. Like they'll pay like $1,000 to come on the show. So it's going to take a year of grinding, but if I can get 100, kind of steady listeners, then it's bringing in a pretty decent amount of money. So it's got to be Twitter focused for that reason, for the daily thing. But then me personally, it's YouTube because I want to grow that and eventually get monetized there, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know. I half care. Dude, I got a Claire Silver this week.
A what?
Check this out. Claire Silver, you know that AI artist?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She did a brain what is it? Brain drops. She did a brain drops drop. I grabbed one of those just because, like, it's not every day you get a chance to get one of her pieces, and they're doing okay right now. They're over mint finally. They were actually under mint for like the first day and a half. They look all right now, and I think I got a really like decent one, like maybe grailish. So trying to hold it as long as I can and not sell it. Like I'm down to like no ETH, but that I think in the right market's like a 5+ ETH piece. So I'm trying to hold off.
Let me see. Is it blown up?
It will be in a sec. Here it is.
Oh, I saw you tweet that.
Did
it's
I?
pretty
I don't
dope.
think I tweeted it. She tweeted it. I don't think I did yet.
Somebody tweeted it. Or maybe you put it in the Idiots Discord?
I definitely dropped it there, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, she puts a trade on them. The one she picks out of her collection, she picks out her favorites. Like she curates, I guess her favorite pieces, and she puts this Qualia trade on them. So 500 edition collection, I think there's like 11 here, so that she marks as her favorite. So they usually fetch a little more. So yeah, holding off there. Let's see if I can get something sweet out of that.
Yeah, I'm actually got a whitelist for Cirque's piece, the silhouettes on Solana.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's like a black and white fine line type of art. 0.69 Sol.
Huh.
If you look at the community count, I wrote a thread about it. Well, not a thread. We just did a post.
Gotcha. Let me pull that up.
But for 0.69, not bad.
Yeah.
Are you holding the rubber?
Nope.
You sold?
I didn't even grab it.
Oh. Because it sounds like they're doing a whitelist for art projects if you hold.
Yep. Yeah, I hope I don't regret it, but I couldn't talk myself into it. I just don't think it's quite good enough. Like I can't get over I can't get past it being just Mid-Journey. And like when I asked him the process, like just to understand if there's more, he wouldn't answer it. Like I literally think it's just a single Mid-Journey prompt that he just kept like running over and over for 6 months. And then out of that 6 months outputs, he just picked his favorite, like his favorite 1,000 or whatever the number is. Like that's like I appreciate all kinds of art, and I even appreciate low effort art, but I'm like, I can't. Yeah, that's just a little different.
Yeah, just get the bag.
Yeah, dude, rubber's down to 11. Thank God I didn't buy that at 20. Okay, what channel's that posted in? What channel's the art piece you were talking about posted in Kong?
Oh, let me just DM it to you.
All right. I sold my baby, so I might have lost access to wherever.
Yeah, this guy's a punk, and he has a couple of collections. They didn't really get much traction, but this one has a lot of impressions. The mint price is fair. It's like 0.69 Sol, so like I don't know. I've spent $100 on shittier stuff, so
yeah. Okay.
I DM'd it to you.
Oh, these are cool.
They look cool, right? I mean, for 69 bucks, the collection supply, it looks good.
Yeah, dude. I think everyone's itching for art over there. Like Smile did good for like a tiny bit of time. Yeah, at that price, definitely.
I have some exposure to Solana art.
There's some good stuff. Like who are the top artists over there?
So not one of ones. I have a lot of the playgrounds, like similar to Art Blocks art.
Okay.
So if you search like Epochs or Playground Waves, they all have pretty cool stories. I was able to flip some NFTs and I got a hyperglyph, which is like autoglyph on Solana.
Oh, nice.
But there's only 512. It's like the first on-chain art. So I bought it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Oh, let me share.
Yeah, people are trying to like will the art scene into happening there. Like, and it'll happen because so many people want it. Wow, does that site not work? But yeah, there's starting to be some decent art there. Well, yeah, I shouldn't say starting to be. There already was.
No, they've been around. It's funny because it had their own little wave back in 2021. But people are so degen on Solana.
Yeah. Dude,
I might have pretty sure bought some of those.
Which ones?
These art collections on Solana.
Oh.
It's whatever. The people on there are pretty cool. Actually, you know what? I've connected with Tom, their CM at Playground, and he has a deep understanding of the art scene in Solana. So like there are a lot of artists that are collecting there and they're building there, and it's just you have ETH. It's tough.
Yeah, these are cool. Dude, I want to squiggle so bad. Like, almost doesn't matter what they're at. Like, I feel like they're underpriced or undervalued. Ooh, what is Silky sitting at?
I never really got the understanding of squiggles.
Yeah, dude, I don't think there's anything too deep about it. It's just like an appreciation of like palettes and like randomness. I think that's it. Like it's kind of playing on rarity. And like it took me a bit to understand it was just that. And then when you sit and just stare at the collection long enough and you start to see what kind of separates from the pack, then it gets a little cooler. It's just like the rarity game in like Bored Apes or anything. And it took a while to click, and then it's like attaching the significance of like who made it, the platform, and all that, and then all of a sudden it just kind of becomes magical all of a sudden. Because yeah, like looking at it, it's like, dude, I didn't get it for a couple years. But just like I think it's the significance of it that really puts it over the top, and then again now all of a sudden it looks like all of a sudden it looks like fine art. It really does. It's so weird.
Do you get the vibe for Golden Ratio? The same vibe.
In a way I do. Like I kind of am forcing it onto it, but also it's pretty good art. Like it's pretty good. I got enough of a vibe that I was like, I'm taking a gamble on it. And then the dude like Harto, I hate how I say his name. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but like that dude, I think he's doing all the right things to like grow the art space. Cause like like there's people releasing some stuff on their own, and he's like growing a platform, and him doing that 10K free collection is growing his user base, and him bringing his ETH collections over to Bitcoin. I'm like, he's kind of doing, he could kind of build up a really, really big base of collectors over there, and that's kind of his centerpiece piece. So I kind of do get like, man, I get a vibe from it. Like I might, yeah, to me, it's a coin flip. It's like 50-50 on that one. Like I would not be shocked if that becomes a thing. And I won't be shocked if it just continues to kind of bleed out. But he's got the right collectors in it, right? He's got the ETH guys who were in early art block stuff that hold it, and they talk about it like that too. Like they're betting on it. Um, and all I think it takes is like, I mean, this isn't a small deal, but like it takes a Christie's or a Sotheby's like wanting to do a Bitcoin auction, like Bitcoin art auction, which wouldn't be the first time, right? Because they've already had some Bitcoin art, but if they go for, I guess if they do it again, they don't have a lot to pick from, and I bet you his is something to pick from because it is pretty good looking. So if that happens, that propels it to that height like automatically.
Well, only time will tell, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, just it's interesting. Like the floor in it right now is 0.089, so it's way down. Like it's lost. The floor's like down half from like a few weeks ago. But then there's still people buying them at like 0.15 or so. Yeah, time will tell with this one. I hope this ends up being nice. 8 World of Women's at 13. My goodness, sir. Dude, mutants are probably not a bad buy right now. I think, man, there's so much FUD around Yuga still, right? And I think they'll have their time in the spotlight again. They just lost the culture, man. Like, if Gordon was full time with them, they'd be fine. But like without him, they've kind of seemed lost.
You need a leader.
Yeah, man. Who's their leader now? Like that David Allegre dude, and like that Illa dude. Like they're not like, man, they're not NFT people. They're just not.
No, and that's okay. But you kind of need Gordon to be in the Discord or like just leading. They need a voice that's from Web3. And they just like sold out.
Yep. Yeah, it's a bummer. Okay, thoughts on World of Women? Man, I don't have a lot. I think they're one that's always going to be fine just because their time getting into space and who they are and all that kind of generic stuff, like super mid curve. But like, I don't know that they. Yeah, I don't know that they ever see. You got them at 13. I don't know that they see that again.
Doodles will.
You think Doodles? Like, what's the deal with Doodles? Why are all those Grails selling?
I don't know, man. Well, let's be real. They have like, I know people hate on Doodle and their founder, but that art is dope. Yeah, and it's unique.
Yep.
And people like to use it as a PFP. It has all the right colors. You can find right traits to fit your personality. And PFPs really well. And it's a great brand.
10 plus again?
Huh?
Is that enough to get them like 10 plus ETH again?
I think so. I regret not buying them.
Wow.
I know people don't think it's like the ethos of Web3, but I don't know. They look pretty dope.
Yeah. No, they're cool. I do like them.
I don't think I'd ever rock one as a PFP, but I think it'd be something I would put on my wall or some shit.
Yeah, dude, they're about the most unique thing out there. And again, somebody's sweeping Grails, like that Blondie person. They bought like 100 ETH worth of them. Yeah, okay. I don't know that World of Women gets back over 5 ETH. No, you know what? In a Giga Bull run, like that peak crazy time that we'll see again one day, they'll get to.
Who's fucking in the bio?
The next crop of women that come in.
Maybe.
It's so interesting, right? Look at any NFT collection. Any NFT collection you look at and what's sitting at the floor. It's like, well, bad example here, I guess, but it's always the women PFPs. Like, it's kind of tricky to have a whole collection that's based on that, which, like, there's just not a lot of demand for that yet. There will be.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Some of my favorite PFPs are women. Like Azuki's, I would only get chicks.
Really?
Oh my god, I love them.
Do you got Azuki?
I don't even. No, I mean, I want to get a V1 punk, but you know what, dude? I'm just not that into anime.
Yeah. I'm
The-
kind of with you there. I am. I get why people love it. I do. I feel like it's like, and I even watched anime when I was much younger, but like I think it's like a younger generation thing or something. Like I'm not.
Nah, I mean, I only watch Dragon Ball Z, and they're not Azuki. Like I think of Dragon Ball Z, it's like tough, and I don't know. I have a lack of words for Azuki. It looks cool, like the art, but like I said, I'm more attracted to the females. Like I'll eventually buy an Azuki Elemental just because I like the way they look of it, but I'd only buy a chick.
Dude, I've been really tempted to go for one of those.
I've had my eye on them since like 0.5.
Dude, they're not bad, huh?
Yeah, I'd buy two because I actually really like the way the Azuki chicks look. So I would flip one and just hold one. I don't know if I want to be part of the community, but I want a chick.
Yeah. I want exposure to their ecosystem somehow. So like an elemental seems like the way. We're peeking at Matthew's wallet here, by the way. It's got a bunch of World of Women. Dude, at 13 though.
World of Women, good PFP though for chicks.
Yeah.
But if I was a chick, I would definitely be Azuki.
Well, yeah, fair. Weren't they going to do a World of Women movie?
Wasn't that Barbie?
Kind of was. Like I thought that what's her name? Not Reese Witherspoon. I thought was going to do like a World of Women movie.
Doesn't she have a PFP? A World of Women?
Yeah, she definitely does.
That's awesome.
I think there's a couple other like famous like kind of Hollywood women that have that are in the collection too. So like those kind of connections is always gonna help them. But yeah, dude, I don't know ultimately what to think about that collection. Like they'll always be guys like Gary Vee still talk about them like in very very high regards. So they'll always be okay. They'll always be up there. Dress.
Oh, Huda, I meant to say. Speaking of OGs, do you see Keiju Kings make a nice pump?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they pumped like 80%.
No shit. Yeah, this one's cool, man, Matthew. Yeah, dude, I hope those do really, really well. I really do.
That's another one like Azuki Elementals. I've always wanted a Keiju King. The Gen. They're just dope. You know? They have like a nice hip hop look and feel. I would definitely PFP.
Yeah, they are cool. I got out of those, I think, at the right time, like 2 ETH or something.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's like there's stuff that you want to collect, but in reality, you should definitely trade it. You shouldn't be holding shit, especially stuff you don't like. Not saying that Keiju is shit, but you got to sell at some point. That's why I always think it's good to have 2 or 3 if you really like the collection.
Yep. Yeah, kaijus are cool. They are.
The problem is you can only rock one PFP.
Dude, that's the problem. Dude, I'm stuck. Actually, I'm not. I kind of actually am probably going to change my PFP for the first time in over a year soon.
What are you going to change it to?
That's what I'm debating right now. Like I still work for Crypto Bats, but I think it's fair. I can, at this point, like not a lot's going on. We've like roadmaps completed and stuff. We're not done, but we've got no roadmap at the moment. Kind of feeling like it's okay to change it. Matthew, if you want to join, check a video I did, I think like 2 days ago, where I did an extended video. Actually, even the one from this morning, I'm pretty sure it's in there. There's a link to the Discord in there, so you're welcome to join. I think there's only 5 spots, and then then I think the link dies. So if you want to click that, I promise it's safe. So maybe my V1 Punk, I'm excuse me. Like I don't feel totally committed to him right this second. Like all my liquidity is tied up in Quantum Cats, and then that clear silver piece. So I have kind of on standby right now. Like if I need any kind of ETH right now, he goes. Like I'd have to sell him. But once I flip a Quantum Cat, then I think he's a permanent guy. You know what I mean? So he might be my PFP then. But dude, I'm with you. I love V1 Punks. Matthew, dude, I don't know if you're still there.
Tough, man.
V1 Punks got to be on your list.
It's gonna be tough to sell.
Dude, I sold 2 before and I regret it. As much ETH as I got for them, I do regret it. But actually, I got so much ETH, there can't be any regrets. Like, I sold those at the top. Like, literally 20, 25, 27 ETH. Right?
Yeah, see, I like mutants, and I always wanted to get one. But in reality, I don't think I would ever change it for any of my Kongs PFP. And plus, I would think I would rather have a V1 Punk instead of a mutant. Mutants are cool, but this just is like closest I would ever touch to a crypto punk. Even if I have the ETH to buy a crypto punk, I wouldn't buy one just because it's just like a ridiculous amount of money. And I still wouldn't probably trade my PFP. But like, look at that. Look at 3141. Scroll up. Look at that to the right.
This guy here?
Yeah, fire.
I don't see the numbers all the way. This guy here, he's fucking awesome. Dude, if you had the money, you wouldn't buy a punk, huh? Like a crypto punk. Like, I just feel like they hold their value fine. So
I don't know, man. It's tough to have all that shit tied because then I'm gonna look at it and then I'm gonna get attached.
Okay, well, let's say you have the money, meaning you have the money for it, but you also got like enough other ETH to play with.
So you're saying if I have like 500 ETH.
Let's say you have 75 ETH. Get the punk, you get what, like 10 ETH to play with or so? Work on growing that bag, and then if it doesn't work out, you can sell them, and you're not gonna be down much, or maybe you're up.
Yeah, man, I'm still kind of pussy.
Wow.
I think I would do 2 validator nodes.
Yeah,
and then
it's not a bad
was
idea.
that at 64, and then I got 11 left. Then I'd buy 2 V1 punks and a captain.
Okay, Lute's saying my next PFP's got to be Ohio. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Does that mean something that I don't know?
I have no idea.
Okay, all right. It's not
Damn.
me.
This V1 punk does look sick.
Dude, dude, okay. Exactly what you said. Like, it drives me kind of bonkers when people talk about like V1s be like, anybody, like people who think there's going to be like something down the road are crazy. Like, they don't matter. I'm like, man, how can you, I don't even know how somebody could think that. I do not. Like,
it's good.
If you're in NFTs, it's because it's good. It is good if you're an investor and to keep the prices.
No, it's really good.
But if you're in NFTs, it's because you understand provenance and you understand like the permanence of these things. And then if you understand what a CryptoPunk is and that you're never going to touch a real CryptoPunk, then you understand that you could actually touch the first ever CryptoPunk for 3 ETH. Like, how is that not just common sense?
Yeah, man, there's going to be a time where I'm going to buy it. I'm waiting to close a couple of deals here in real life, but there are like
sweet.
A few NFTs that I want and I need. And one, like, if I could get 2, that'd be great. But like 16K for JPEGs is still a lot. I just would like to sell one, but I also just want to be part of that history.
Yeah, that's it. It feels like that too. Like this guy feels like he's a piece of history. He really, really does. I love it. I don't know he's my forever guy either. Like, I've not found a PFP that I think feels like my digital identity, but this guy, he feels like history. I fucking love him.
You know what? It's tough to tell, man. It's like figuring out your digital identity is hard. So hard.
Yeah.
Like, I have a gem that I won. and I have it as my phone background, and I wear it in Discord sometimes. And I started looking at the Gen collection, and I'm like, is there any ones that I would seriously leave my wizard for? And it's like, they're like a bajillion.
Yep.
But man, there's
It's
some
cool you use a
attractive
VX for your
punks.
PFP, by the way. That's cool.
What?
It's cool you use a VX for your PFP. They actually look good as PFPs.
Well, that's how I came in the game. VXs.
Yeah, dude, they're awesome.
But yeah, there's some good-looking gens at 15 ETH and 14 ETH.
Loot, is this what you're talking about? Is this it? Oh, Heyo Labs. These are cool looking.
Those are wicked cool.
Yeah. All right, let me see on Twitter.
Those are pretty.
Yeah, dude, I gotta get a baby again. I literally sold it only because the Pudgy got stolen, and that's what I was gonna sell to get money for Quantum Cats to cover my mint. So I had to let the baby go to have enough for my to make sure I got my whitelist locked in. I'm like, it should be automatic that I can flip that Quantum Cat and buy back.
That's a cook.
It is, right? Yeah.
Dude, somebody was in my DMs from our community, and he was trying to understand like if it was worth to flip Quantum Cats because of the mint price. And he was asking me all this information about it. I'm like, dude, you know what, man? Fucking give it to somebody else. He's like, is it really that hyped? I'm like, all right, great.
Did he have a whitelist and he just wasn't sure?
He wasn't sure, and I gave him like the TLDR on everything, and he's like, what? But really, is it that hype? I'm like, okay, guy. I can't help you.
Dude, there's almost nothing. Okay, you know what? Not even that. I was going to say there's almost nothing as hyped as that this year. There isn't anything as hyped as that mint this year. And probably since Suzuki. Now, Genkai's...
Oh, you're crazy.
But it's different, right?
Is it that hype?
Quantum Cats?
As a Suzuki?
Not as Suzuki. I like it is the most hyped mint since then, I think. But then I gotta remember like Genkai was pretty hyped. It was just like such shit timing.
Oh
like,
no, it was not that hyped. Like
Crypto Undead was hyped.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. So you think Quantum Cats are not as hyped as Crypto Undeads? They're so different, right? It's like a different beast. I just know that everybody everywhere is looking at and talking about them.
No, it's hyped.
And a lot of that's to do with the price, right? Like people are looking and talking about them because they're so damn expensive.
Yeah, it's hyped. Crypto Undead was just louder. People are very loud on cats, though.
You know our boy Dead Polaroid got a Grail?
Wait, what?
He got a Grail one because his mint actually went through the other day with Quantum Cats.
You got a Grail?
Yeah, he did. I'll show you.
Oh my god. Is he gonna sell that shit?
Yes. Oh, definitely.
Sell it for 10 Bitcoin.
He'll get like probably an ETH and a half, or like 1.5 Bitcoin. I bet you.
Oh. Sell for 10.
Dude, I can't fucking search anybody on here. Does he not go by Dead on here?
I do feel like Quantum Cats are gonna get auto whitelisted for Taproot.
I don't think so at all.
Dude, tell English to quit fucking around.
With what?
Tell him to leak some shit.
Hey, all he said is like it's worth keeping up on the quest. Like I think enough people gave up that if you do the quest, you got a great shot at getting them into Taproot Wizard. Dude, why I cannot fucking find this guy? This is so dumb. Twitter search sometimes doesn't work right. Like if I type Dead, his name should come up.
Maybe he has like an underscore or some stuff.
He probably does somewhere.
Damn, when you look at some of these ETH prices, it's ridiculous.
Look on what?
I'm looking at like gens right now. I see two of them that I like on the floor. Not floor, but they're like 14 ETH. I'm like, fuck.
There he is. Look, his name, like literally, if I type dead and I'm friends with him, he should show up, and he didn't. But yeah, he got a bubble cat. There's like 15 of those, maybe. So like, I think we were able to tell out of 1,000 minted 10, like yeah, 10 or 15 are this. So it's like, it's not like Grail, but it's definitely like up there. I think that's gonna be the one people chase. So yeah, he'll get a bit one, like he'll get a full Bitcoin out of that. I think.
Are you selling for full Bitcoin?
I'm gonna sell because I got two. I got two whitelists, so
Oh,
right, pretty nice.
Ooh.
So
What are you
dude,
gonna?
I'm hoping they really cook. I hope they get to 0.4, 0.5 because I'll sell both.
Fuck yeah, because you know it's gonna come down.
Yeah, it's just it's really like it is a small collection. 3,300 is not very large. And
It's a great size.
yeah, like I'm struggling with what to do with them. If they get to like a quarter Bitcoin, I'd probably sell one, keep one, because I think they'll be back at a quarter Bitcoin easily. Like to me, that's a floor that makes sense for it.
What are no monkeys at?
They're at like 0.19 right now, and that's a 10K.
Yeah.
And I think Quantum Cats are significantly more, like in every way they beat Node Monkeys. I think maybe not art, but also in art because they're going to evolve because they got like a whole mechanic to them. So I think the art ends up being more interesting, and I think they got a much better team. They got a bigger influencer. They got the biggest influencer really, and then they got it's the collection size going. I think everything is going for them, man.
What's the listed amount for Node Monkeys?
That's a good question.
How many are listed? 13%.
Are you looking at it right now? I'm gonna peek.
No monkeys.
Yeah, 0.17. Yeah, 13%. Yeah.
Yeah, I think no monkeys are like one of the few ordinal collections that I really want.
I'm with you.
I kind of know I'm going to be outpriced out of Quantum Cats, but I definitely think you should sell. I mean, I think they're going to do 0.3, 0.4.
Quantum Cats.
I mean, they're going to run up hard.
Yeah.
3 supply is going to cook.
Yeah. Okay. I think half the people that got them are not selling them.
That's even better.
Right. I think that's what's so great. Like, because I think a lot of people think they'll never get in Taproot Wizards. So this is their only exposure to that ecosystem. So they get the Quantum Cat, or maybe they think holding it and keeping up on the quest is how they get a better shot at a Taproot Wizard. Also, I'm trying to remember the size of the collection. Like Taproot Wizards might be smaller than the Quantum Cats collection.
I
can't remember if it's 5K or if it's like 1K.
Are they trying to just make it like an exclusive cult?
Yeah, pretty much that, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
So it makes me think people like a lot of like there'll be like plenty of flipping, but I think like I'll say a third of them are not going onto the secondary at all. Like people are just going to keep. Okay, hang on.
Well, dude, if they get over 0.25 or the 0.3 range, it would definitely make sense to sell both. If you have 0.6, eventually it's going to come down to at least 0.2.
Yeah. Wait. Say all that again. Oh, by the way, Taproot Wizards, it is going to be smaller than Quantum Cats. It's 2,121.
Snap.
Tiny. So
like, you're going to charge them more.
Dude, between the two collections, there's only like 5,000 NFTs. So, yeah. I think Quantum Cats will end up living at half a Bitcoin. Like, I think at the start, a quarter Bitcoin seems automatic. I think they could easily run up to 0.4, and they could. It won't shock me to see them at 0.5. And then I see.
You know what, dude? I honestly think as we get into the bull, I think we're going to see a lot more like smaller collections. I know people think they're going to want to go large and wide, but if you're really trying to grow a community, if I had all the skills to build something that was really hyped and I want to build something real, I'm going to start off fucking small.
I was telling Henry with Genkai initially, I'm like, dude, you guys should do a tiny collection. Like
that was the goal originally.
Man, like 500 would have been crazy. Like tiny.
But you know what, man? I had some doubts with Genkai but all the moves that they played out or they did are starting to work out for them, and I see the vision that they were doing with like the larger collection, because Ronin people, man, they're fucking nuts.
Yes, they are, man. Yeah, like super smart move. Super freaking smart.
I honestly kind of want to. I'm not even that big of a gamer, at least on like Web3 gaming, but I kind of want to change my PFP on Twitter to my Wizard Genkai, just to show support to the Ronin people, because they're not LARPing as Web3 gamers. I think a lot of people on ETH are just bullish on Web3 game for their bags. But yeah, they're really about it.
Yeah, dude, they're like the most legit. I'm so bullish. Like I've not bought any Ron, and I'm kicking myself, and I still know it's gonna fly from here. So
Guy,
everything about that ecosystem is.
I've had it on my board. I have my board of my crypto accumulation. I just haven't gotten around to it, man. So like the way you buy your NFTs, whatever, I just buy a shit ton of coins. Not a shit ton of coins, but like I just DCA heavy.
Yeah.
So I try to stay away from collecting NFTs. I'll try to flip, but I like to hold like good communities for a long-term flip. But man, I had Ron on my board at 0.5, and it's just rocketing and it's not stopping.
Wow, dude, that's awesome. I mean, it's awesome to see it run, but also like market cap still under $1 billion. Maybe it's over as of today, but like yesterday when I was looking, it was still under $1 billion, which is crazy. Like Avalanche is like 7 billion or like 15 billion, something crazy. Like it can really, 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 really run.
That's like a $40 coin.
Ron is.
I feel like it is,
dude. Oh my god, don't say that. I swear to God, like my Quantum Cats bags are gonna go right into Ron, right back into the baby, right into. There's some other coins I think I've got on the list to get into. Yeah, man, Ron's gonna be amazing. Loot, were you talking about Flores? He said here he got a whitelist for Harto, which should be the Flores drop.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Dude, it's real cool, and it's like the question is
affordable.
Well, I mean, it's free, so so will it cook with 10K
free?
Then cook at 0.005, like I think is very realistic for it, which is $200, right? And I could definitely see it going to 0.01. Like, okay, dude, if he could get a 10K collection to 0.01, to me that starts to turn golden ratio into the Grail, right? Like a 400 edition collection from the guy who's got the 10K collection edition at 0.01, to me makes golden ratio like, you know, I know you can't directly like relate them, but to me it puts golden ratio in that at that next level.
It's the same artist, right?
Same artist, yeah.
Yeah, it's the co-play.
It's the what?
Yeah, cope. It's the cope.
Yes.
Like if you don't have golden ratio, you buy this.
That's exactly it. That's it.
So that'll be me.
That's amazing. Dude, yeah, that would be it. Also, so okay, so will it cook? Dude, there's only like there's so few buyers on Bitcoin, it's shocking. So like, and I don't think it's gonna make anybody like rich, but I do think I think you turn a free mint into a couple $100. So I think that's really likely. But look, like Bitcoin, like under 5,000 unique buyers, like there's so few people, but it's like it's pretty bearish over there right now too. So like when it
good time to buy.
There, yeah, definitely. When it heats up, it's more like 10K plus. But when was it cooking? December? Yeah, see, like beginning of December, like 15,000. Like when it really picked up for a little bit. That was probably a lot of BRC20s though.
It's all BRC20s.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. We added. I don't know if you saw this on the site. You can hide them now. You can toggle them off. It doesn't filter them out of the actual sales volume yet, but it's going to. That's coming. I think pretty darn soon, but definitely next. But yeah, it's nice. Like you can kind of clean up the leaderboard now and not see them at all. But yeah, new to ordinals. Maybe I can ask an idiots. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I mean, like when I need to get Bitcoin over the wallet, I literally go from Coinbase over there. Actually, dude, there's a site that you can convert ETH to Bitcoin. So you just connect your wallet, you pick how much ETH you want to convert, and then you just like copy paste in your Bitcoin address and converts it. I'll find that address and send to you. Here in the States, it doesn't work. I got to hop on a VPN for it, but it's like super easy and it's safe and all that stuff. Like highly recommend it. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for Bitcoin. I'm freaking pumped for Quantum Cats. I just can't wait. I'll be bummed if I see it at a quarter Bitcoin. I will, because at that point I'll be tempted to sell too. Like I will be just to be able to sit on half a Bitcoin. But
you should definitely
really
sell one, man.
Like no matter what, like whatever price it seems to be peaking at.
Yeah, because you know it's going to come down.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the benefit of having two.
Yeah. I know I'm not gonna want to, dude. Like,
I mean, look. You just said there's only 5,000 fucking buyers right now, or unique buyers. I think people are going to come out for Quantum Cats. I think it's a very hype mint, and I think it'll do well. But I do think you probably kick yourself if you don't sell one.
Like realistically, how far do you think it falls? And then and like consider they're gonna probably announce some of like the trait stuff, like some of the tech behind it.
So hard to tell.
Yeah, it's like I think
very conservative
price, right?
0.2. Worst case.
I mean, the reason I ask it's like it's always that question of how do you timing that sale? Like, do you sell it, into that first pump? Like, if it hits 0.3, do I sell it there? Like, how much am I risking it falling to if I don't sell it and time the top perfect? If it falls to 0.2, I'd still be happy. I think with a 2x, especially with that kind of like that kind of money. Like, it's crazy. 0.1 Bitcoin is still $4,200 or whatever. Like, it's crazy. So I'd have to be happy with 0.2.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. I guess like, what would you be pissed if it falls to?
There's part of me that wouldn't be pissed of anything because I believe in them so much in the short term, like within the next month or two. Like the halving or just any. I think we'll easily see them at 0.3, 0.4 again in the next like couple months here. So I wouldn't be pissed if it fell to even mint price. I guess I would, but because I already have in mind that the V1 Punk is sellable and that I've got that clear silver thing, like just because I have those, I feel like I could hold these. But I don't know.
Do you want to hold both of them? Do you think it's gonna cook long term?
Yeah. Okay. I think if I hold both, I think these will be half a Bitcoin or more at some point. Like I do believe some of these Bitcoin collections will be worth 1 Bitcoin, not just the sub 1Ks, but like the premier collections, like the Bored Apes and the punks of that of their ecosystem. Like a year or two down the road. So
yeah, I mean, look, dude, I think you should either sell one on the flip and try to get back in, or I would sell your V1 Pump. Like if you have that much conviction, and use that money to buy a V1 Punk that you want, or try to play the secondary. But I think it's gonna go straight to like 0.25. Honestly, I think it's gonna go straight to that.
I'd be so underwhelmed with 0.25. Like,
I guess. What's a no-brainer for you?
I think 0.25 is the no-brainer. I'm expecting or hoping it's more like 0.35, and then like upper limit of where I think it can go, but also would be crazy is 0.4.
No Monkeys went to what, 0.28?
Node Monkeys went that high. They did, and Bitcoin Frog got to half a Bitcoin, and that's a 10K collection. Like, that's crazy. Like, did you know that?
No,
dude. Bitcoin Frogs were half a Bitcoin, and those are fucking nothing.
Imagine if you bought the top of that.
Oh my god. Yeah, check this out. right around here. So what was this? Beginning of like that run in December. These fuckers hit half a Bitcoin. So that's the potential over there. And that's a 10K collection, and those have nothing about them that's historic or anything.
I don't know. What are you going to use the money for? DJing?
Living. Honestly, like living, yeah. Like partially I like it's what pays the bills. So some for that, some to invest.
Yeah, then sell one. Hold one.
Yep. I think that's the play. That's smart.
And you have your V1 Punk.
Yeah. You know, like what we were talking about earlier, the fact that so many people don't get it. It's again why he's so sellable to me, though, because I just think it's not going to click for people for a long time still. Unless we get that real run. When we get that real run again, they fly again. They'll be 10 ETH.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think people care that much right now.
They don't. Dude, I want this guy. I want a VR V1 Punk, and I did. I'm pretty sure I had one. I think one of the ones I sold was a VR V1.
That looks like a Huda.
Dude, it is. I need the red beard. I need the VR goggles. I have an Ether Funk that's got VR and the beard. I love those, by the way. Those are so like I'm hoping. I hope those do something someday because the funk community is pretty. They're pretty wild. But like those are a free mint, and I grabbed some decent ones of those. So hard to say, but yeah, like there's my Ether Funk crew.
It's tough, man. It's like easy to try to collect NFTs. If I had infinite ETH, I would just collect all of them.
Dude, right?
But I have to keep doing go on a CoinGecko and checking what ETH actually is because I'm so used to like 1,300 ETH. And then same thing with Solana being at like 20 or 30 bucks. It's like, oh shit, this is actually kind of expensive now.
Yeah. All right, what is... So I'm going to have to crash here in a minute because I'm going to get up at 4, prep for the fucking show. Let's see what kind of fucking news there's actually out there. I always hit it like my regulars or like everyone's regulars, I think, but NFT stats. By the way, dude. Okay, here's the thing. If Quantum Cats, like if those things fucking print, if they print me some Bitcoin, I'm probably going to get a Vision Pro, which is crazy. But okay, they would have to get to like 0.4. If they get to 0.4, I'm getting a Vision Pro.
Wait, what?
Because I'm selling both at that point. So
a Vision Pro? What's that?
The Apple VR thing.
You really want one of those?
Oh, dude, I'm such a VR junkie. I've got like 6 VR headsets in my house. Like I haven't had every iteration of headsets, but I've had a lot. Like I have 3 of the Quest 2s because I tried to get my kids playing with me and they want to know part of it. But I've got like PSVR and I've got the Valve Index and I've had a few other different headsets. I love VR. So like I want Vision Pro badly. Yeah, if Quantum Cats get to 0.4, I'm selling both of them and be very happy with 0.8 Bitcoin, and I'm gonna get a Vision Pro. And then the rest goes to like Ron and again those other things. Like what's 0.8?
Yeah, 0.8. You can put a down payment on the house down in Florida.
Right? 0.8 Bitcoin, 34 would be fucking wild. The crazy part is I don't think that's unrealistic. Like I think there's a chance. Like 0.4 is like it's the higher end of what I think they can do, but I do think that's like kind of in the range of what they can do on that first pump.
No, so I mean I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, if it hits 0.3, I might get one. They're $3,500. If it hits 0.3, yeah, dude, I think if it hits 0.3, I still would sell just one. God, dude, I could sell 2 of them. I could sell 2 and get 0.6. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I hate thinking about it.
I mean, are the VR headsets, are they any good?
Yeah, they're okay. There's a lot of people who say they're underwhelming. Here's what's crazy. A lot of people who got them and are doing reviews for the headsets are not VR people. So they're complaining about eye strain and maybe some of the quality things of like that they're still like it's not crystal clear. Like there's still like this dithering effect. But like I think because I've used so many headsets, I think it's gonna blow me away. And I think the stuff have heard about it is like just mind boggling. Like I can't wait, dude. Rafik Anadol posted something about it. Like I think he's gonna be releasing something in the Vision Pro. I doubt an NFT, right? But I think he's gonna have some kind of like VR art experience in there. And I swear, in the next, like I think the next real NFT bull run comes from VR AR stuff. Like I think there's gonna be some type of weird mass adoption where people just come like at the point where Apple has the cheap enough VR headsets for everyone. I think that's when NFTs cook because the digital stuff like collectibles become like so much more tangible. So like there's I don't know what the event is. Like it's not the headset itself just being out, but like there's gonna be some type of NFT that goes out that like people just like eat up. There's something there. I know like with like Vivi when I used to have my pre Web3 job and I showed a guy at work like he didn't understand NFTs at all. And when I showed him like Superman and augmented reality around him, like he hold my phone and like look around and hear Superman like walk up and like under him and whatever, like that blew his mind. And I'm like, that's cool, right? I'm like this sounds so weird and cringe, but I'm like, but then like I own that. That's like a collectible I own. And like if you wanted it, well, it's sold out. You would have to buy it from somebody else on a secondary market. And he's like, I get it. He's like,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's very. I think it's tangible for newbies, or for Web 2 people.
yeah. Dude, we should chat because that would be interesting. Dude, what do you do for your, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of editing stuff do you do? Dude, I've so got to learn to edit. I really do. So I told Loot once I was working on a documentary. Like I had this goal of getting this NFT documentary done for like the holiday season that just passed. Like it was going to be a year in review, but it was also going to catch up on the previous few years. And then we laid off our whole staff at Forecast News, so that didn't happen. But I want to do that, dude. I really want to do a documentary. All right, there's not a lot of news, is there? Tomorrow's might just be like a full-on review of the week, which would be fun.
Haven't looked at Decrypt in a while.
Oh, they're the best, man. I love them. And I love that Rug Radio is part of them now. Like, I love Decrypt.
That's official?
Yeah. Yeah, they merged.
Farouk killing it.
Dude, do you like Farouk?
I don't listen to him. I don't mind him. Do you?
I like him. Okay, I like him. I met him. He was super nice. I chatted with him just once in DMs, and he was super nice. And then I know someone whose opinion I really highly respect, who really doesn't like him. Like, yeah, and maybe you know the story.
You know, I just find that some influencers annoying, but he's pretty consistent. I don't think he's annoying. I think he has good takes. I think certain people hate him for certain stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually don't have any ill will against him because he actually is knowledgeable in the space.
Yeah. That
versus like some other like LARPers out there.
So like I like him because he seems like a grinder. But I guess the thing I heard like specifically is like he like multiple times no shows for events and like no heads up, no nothing, just doesn't show up and then attends the parties after and like plays it off like, "Oh, bro, it's I couldn't, bro." Like like his shtick. And it's not like a one-off thing. It's like it was multiple times like very close to each other. I'm like, "Ah, shit, is he just like influencer dude?" And that's the impression. That's not even the impression. Like that's what happened. Which that's a bummer because I would imagine, like, I think like to me he seems super professional, very hard worker, and that kind of shocks me. But then to be partying right after and blowing it off like, oh, bro, yeah, bro, my bad. Like that's kind of shitty. I like Farouk though, so yeah, it's tricky.
It might not have been a top priority then for him.
That's what it seemed like. It was a big stage though. Like it was a big event. So it's just it's weird. Like it's super weird, dude. I'm excited though. We're gonna give we're putting together. I think I showed you, but we've got our own little rug radio type thing cooking. So like this is technically live now. We're just not announcing it really yet, but it's live and working on bringing some more talent in. But we're gonna have this. We're gonna have a whole bunch of content too. So that's definitely why I'm ramping up the daily show. But like the NFT live guys are gonna be on here.
Yeah, those guys are really cool.
I like them, man. I really do. There's something like I gotta think. Like I really want to brainstorm with him to think of what gets him to that next level. Like maybe the crypto slam thing is part of that, but the stuff they're doing in Say is also part of it too. There's something I don't know what it is.
Oh, I mean, are they on Twitter Spaces?
Never. Oh no. I take that back. Yes, every day. So
What time?
They've got two shows. So like Q does a Say focus space now, which is new. He's only been doing it like a week and a half. That's at like 10 a.m. And then 11 a.m. Gift does a Web3 show. I'll tell you what, like part of the issue, they're really hard to find. So like it's weird. Like I was saying, where I follow people and I can't search them. Like I follow all the guys from that show and the show channels, and they don't show up in my live on X feed. Like they almost never show here, which is really weird. And like their name being W3BTHR33.
They need to change that.
It's really hard to search. When I search for that, sometimes it doesn't. It's a really tricky name.
Yeah, they should probably change that, dude.
Yeah. Like I'm just.
But 11 o'clock's tough.
Like the 11 a.m.
Yeah, I mean.
And then, because then from there they go to the. It might be more like noon Eastern time, and then at 1 they go to the NFT live show on YouTube. They got like 3 hours of it, but like they've got like 12,000 followers on YouTube, like so they got a good audience there.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what's missing on the Twitter side. Well, you know what? It's what I was saying at the start here. They don't make content. They don't do written content. I think if Nifty, if Q and Gifted were doing threads and content, that would take their show to the next level. Because like,
well, dude,
it's sad, but it's all about that. It's all about threads.
Well, why don't they do the stream and the Twitter space, kind of like what Nifty does? But then you could take content from their show, snippets, break it down, and do that small video type of content. But then they could also just do AI or do a transcript for stuff that they talk about, edit it up, and make it a thread.
Okay, so
that's what I would do.
They used to chop up the videos, so I know they used to do that, and it wasn't worth the efforts, I think. But as far as making it into a thread, there's something there. Like I've just learned it. Okay, so like NFT stats. No, wait, not him. There's a couple people who did like content creators of the year for last year, and the only people who qualified for it were people who did daily written stuff. They were all guys who had shows, but unless you had written stuff, you weren't. They didn't count you for it. I'm like, it's bullshit, and it's definitely something that holds me back too. But like, I think it's a big part of what would help them grow.
If you have content, especially on video, you have transcript. The hardest part is writing your initial thoughts, but then editing it, you already have like a raw bit of information that you can just kind of edit and then fine tune. That's what I would do.
Okay. The ETH punks. I don't know if you meant these ether funks. I don't know if you meant these or the V1 punks. Let me know. I'm curious. So we got those guys, and then we were talking a bit about those V1 punks. V1s? I'm curious, dude. I'm always itching to tell the story of V1 punks. Okay, these guys right here, right? These V1 punks. Please say yes, because I hope to God it's this. Because I'm telling you, these are the most historic NFTs out there, period. And people are absolutely insane for not having these above a 10 ETH floor right now. Like these one day will live above 10 or 15 ETH. Okay, cool, good.
They'll live.
Say right? What's that?
They'll live at 10 ETH.
Yeah,
not get to 10 ETH.
Yeah, it's like they'll be there and never come back, and maybe higher. Okay, so we're gonna do two things here. Okay, here you're gonna get the story, and it's the best story. Period. You know CryptoPunks, right? Like we all know CryptoPunks, the king of NFTs. Oh God, I'm so excited right now, dude. You have no idea. Okay, CryptoPunks, the king of NFTs. Oh my God, CryptoPunk number 1 is still in it. You can't. It's got the suspicious flag on it. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the CryptoPunks contract. Okay, here's the CryptoPunks. This was made with the Autoglyph deployer, which was Larva Labs. What I ultimately want to see... Actually, I guess I want this. I want the date the contract was deployed. Okay, June 22nd, 2017. Okay, so that's the mint date of the CryptoPunks. The V1 punks. We're looking at their contract. I know it says, oh, it's showing the wrapper. It's showing the wrapper contract. God damn it. Where can I find the V1 punks contract? Maybe on Not Larva Labs? 1 second. I'm going to tie this all together for you because it's like so important.
Oh.
CryptoPunks V1. Okay. You know what? It spells it all right here. Let's just see if they got the contract. Okay, tell you what, you're going to have to trust me on this a little bit until I find the contract. Here's the story. When Larva Labs released the CryptoPunks, they had a bug in their contract. So like those CryptoPunks, were they free or were they like $50? I think they were free, right? Or no, I think
those are
like
free mint.
Yeah, free mint. Okay. If you had to pay gas to claim them, that was kind of it. Okay, so then they're completely all claimed, all 10,000 of them. And then there was a secondary market for them. So people went to list their V1 Punk. And I mean V1 Punk. The very first CryptoPunks minted were V1 Punks. They list them on a marketplace. It gets sold. Well, there was a bug in the contract where the person who made the purchase on the secondary got the V1 Punk. It also sent them back the ETH they spent on it. So they're like, oh shit, this is broken. Like these punks are broken. You can't really sell them because you don't get the ETH for them and you lose your NFT. So if you sell it, you're fucked. So Larva Labs is like, okay, we're going to fix this by minting a whole new batch of 10,000 and we're going to airdrop them to the original minters. That's literally the story. So the V2 punks, the ones that are really, really valuable right now, those are the ones that have lived on and gained all that value. But the V1 CryptoPunks are the original minted CryptoPunks. Isn't that crazy? Like, these are the actual very first CryptoPunks minted by Larva Labs. They had a bug in the contract that's fixed now because they're wrapped. They're wrapped in normal CryptoPunks, or the V2s, like the expensive ones. Those are wrapped too because these are not like actually NFTs. But these are the original CryptoPunks, and it's verifiable. And anyone, Larva Labs admits it. Like it's a weird thing to even say admits, but they will tell you they are the original CryptoPunks. They're like an error print. It's basically like that. So you can look at them as the first version or the error print of them or a beta of it. But either way you look at it, this was intended to be the first mint. It was the first mint, and the bug caused them to actually have to make a copy of all these. So the ones right now are V2. They're copies. And so that's why those things, like I believe in someday in the future, CryptoPunks will be, $500,000 for a floor price and maybe $1 million for a floor price. The only way most people get exposure to like a CryptoPunk is by getting these. And I think these are gonna be. I think these are gonna be pretty damn valuable. Like 10, 20 ETH. Like nowhere near CryptoPunks. Like they still won't ever touch them, price wise. But I think these things definitely are gonna be way more than people are thinking. Like, dude, okay, how high do you think these could get? If we see the scenario where CryptoPunks are like $1 million floor, how high of floor do you think these can get? Because that would be a time where there's like millions of people in NFTs and like mass adoptions kind of here, and they're in museums and shit.
Probably 100,000 at least.
I do. It's kind of what I see. I think these do have that kind of potential, like 50,000, 100,000. Like there's gonna be these wealthy people out there that also like. There'll be some guys with money that also probably can't afford a CryptoPunk at some point, but they can afford this. There's a big chunk of this supply that's lost too, so there'll never be 10,000 of these in traders' hands. Like, there's so many of these in dead wallets that are like unrecoverable. So I think they've calculated that maybe the total supply that can be wrapped and sold is more like 8,000, like 7 to 8,000. And you got a lot of the CryptoPunk holders that are going back trying to buy their original punk too, their V1 version. They want to hold both of them. So yeah, these are the original CryptoPunks, and they're chilling here at a 3 ETH floor. It's crazy to me. And there's points in time where people have like it's clicked. Like this wrapper first got made the beginning of 2022, right? And when that first happened, and people realized that the wrapper fixed that bug, and now you can trade these things. Like I'll show the historical prices. It was wild for a bit. Oh, dude, can you not go back all time on this? You can't. But for a while, the floor price on these got up to like 27 ETH, and that was probably just a day or two. But these were really expensive for a while, and I think they'll get there again. Like I really, really, really do. So yeah, if you believe you can never afford a CryptoPunk, then these are your exposure to Larva Labs CryptoPunks. These are CryptoPunks. Oh, and worth mentioning this too. When Yuga Labs bought the CryptoPunks, Larva Labs transferred over all the V1 punks that they still held, which was maybe like, I want to say it was like 1,000. So Yuga Labs holds like 1,000 of these, and they are CryptoPunks, but they've been very clear, we're never going to give them utility. We're never going to like say they're officially like part of the family or whatever, but they own the CryptoPunks IP. So they own the V1 punks because it's all the same. Actually, here's the coolest part. The V1 punk token and the CryptoPunk, right, like the V2 punk, they both point to the same image. So they're both referencing the exact same place. So yeah, definitely worth looking at. V1 punks are absolutely historic. And one day, I can't wait to do the I told you so to some people. Like some people really don't get they don't see it. They think it's just the error and it'll be long forgotten about. And it's like, man, historical error things are not nothing.
Yeah, a lot of people disregard him.
It's crazy, dude. Like it's so crazy to me that anybody would. Yeah, dude, and some of the sales in that collection, by the way, are crazy. There's been like 6-figure sales in that collection for like the rare like aliens and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I can pull it up real quick, but yeah, there's been some very pricey V1 sales. I'm gonna check that out, and then I'm gonna probably boogie here. Okay. Top sales, all time. Let's see if we got them. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's right. Yeah, there was definitely multi-million dollar sales. So a couple of them. So a $2.7 million sale, 1.1, 800K. So again, it's like the grails of the CryptoPunk collection. Well, those are the grails of this collection, and there's definitely people like chasing those. 2 years ago at that peak, like that peak time was wild, but they're going to get there again. They're definitely going to get there again. God, it's so crazy to think these are sitting at 3 ETH.
Yeah, you're giving me FOMO.
Dude, I mean, the beautiful part, like we were saying, they're not going to move fast. Hell, 6 months ago, a zombie sold for 83 grand. Yeah, they're not going to move fast. There's just so many people that just don't see it. But yeah, in a decade, I think that's going to be different. So plenty of time, plenty of freaking time. Like, and I mean that, dude. Like no need for FOMO. Like they're not going to move fast. If they move, like they'll move in a bull market. They'll hit 5 or 6 or 7 ETH. But but they're not going to get out of reach. I know that's expensive, but they're not going to get like 10 to 15 ETH. I don't think anytime soon, unless like the crazy run comes. They're pretty safe.
I mean, the run's not that far away.
That's probably true, man. Yeah, yeah.
But
And
a year?
yeah. Well, there's another tricky thing here is that I think Hemba, who's like the biggest minter of CryptoPunks, he still holds a huge part of the supply, but he's really smart. Like he trickles them out. Like there's like almost 5,000 of them out of the 10K collection, or let's say there's the 8K that are left over, like still available. So like about 5,000 of them are wrapped. So this supply is going to increase still by like 3,000 more. And I know Hemba owns like maybe 1,000 still, maybe more. So like part of this is artificial. Like if he wanted, he could wrap them all now and drop them on the marketplace, and they'd cost nothing. But he knows what he's doing. He's very slowly wrapping them and bringing them over and selling them. And I think the point of that is they're in good hands. Like gives me more confidence that they're not going to fall too much. Like he'll trickle them out like as the price increases, which is kind of
he's smart.
Yeah, that dude's going to be the dude's already like a mega millionaire, but man, he stands to be like very well off because of this. Dude,
you kind of need people that already have like fuck you money to hold like a larger supply because they don't need the money.
Yeah,
and they know how to like just slowly sell without bricking the floor.
Yeah, that's it, man. There's some very experienced people. Okay, there's 9 people with 51 plus of these. That's crazy. Is that crazy or is that normal? Hang on. I'm going to look at that contract one more time. I want to look at the top holders, I guess. Yeah, dude. Okay. This address has 668 of them. This one's got like 560. This one's got 450. That's crazy. So that's tricky, right? And those could all be like Hemba wallets. It might be like all his. But again, these guys they're very coordinated with what they're doing, so they'll just slow trickle them out. I'm not worried about that floor ever dumping. And if it did, I think that would still happen. Okay, if those all came to market and the price fell to like 1 ETH, I think they'd be scooped up so fast.
Oh my god.
Right?
I would take some money out right now. Yeah. I mean, you would think, right? I know OGs are looking at them, but I feel like a lot of the new people in NFTs don't really care for them.
How many people don't even know about them still? I think that's still a thing, isn't it?
Do you think so?
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah, man, I want to.
Gotta do it. I love it. I like watching the bot and you see sales roll in and yeah, they're great. They're really, really awesome. When they're running, dude, it's just like every time they run, you're like, oh shit, this is it. This is where they take off and never come back. And they will have that moment one day.
You could say that about a lot of NFTs.
That's true. It's true. But
I don't know if it's coming anytime soon, but I feel like all these like farming protocols, there's going to be a huge surge of liquidity. I don't know when, but something's got to give.
Yep. I can't wait to see what the frame drop is like. I can't wait till the blur shit's unlocked, the blast stuff. Like it's going to get interesting here. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but it's definitely going to get interesting. So, dude, I'm going to boogie. You around tomorrow morning though?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Cool. Looking forward to it. As of now, I'm planning solo show in the morning, more traditional, like hitting the market and the stories and whatnot. But I'll send you a link if you end up coming on. It'll be sitting in your DM, so feel free to just join.
Cool.
But cool guys. Good night. Anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. This was just it's kind of a shit show, just hanging out. So thanks for joining. But live show tomorrow morning, 8:15 Eastern time. I'll see you guys there.
Later.